Hi. You ever notice how everything that's talked about being bisexual is negative? How your experiences as you're coming to grips with who you are mostly associated around negative things, and how when people write articles about being bisexual, it's usually about either talking to straight people about something that's negative that's happening, or identifying with other bisexuals around some sort of negative topic. I thought, wouldn't it be great if there was a video talking about the positive things about being bisexual? Because there really are. There are really some really mind-blowing things about being bisexual. And I'm not talking about the superficial stuff. I'm talking about real stuff that matters. So I decided to do a series of videos talking about that. And this is the first one. And what is that first great thing? Being bisexual increases your potential for greatness. And I understand there are going to be people who don't like what I'm about to say, and there are other people who are going to go, maybe. But hear me out. There have been some great names in the world who have been bisexual. Let's look at a few. Alexander the Great, Socrates, Julius Caesar. These are not small names. These are people who have changed the course of mankind. And these are just three names I'm throwing out there. But keep in mind that for every person that we know for sure is bisexual, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that we don't know about. So how many other names in history have been bisexual? We don't know. But let's look at the ones we do know. And those three names change the course of mankind. Let's look more specifically at the modern day and age of people. And since I know American history, I'm going to reference Americans. Let's look at, I'm black, Malcolm X. Do you know who Malcolm X is? Malcolm X is one of the greatest names in Black American history that there are. He's not someone who everyone agrees with or identifies with, but he is an icon, and he helped shape the way that America views black people and how America views Muslims. And it is well established that he was bisexual. Who else? Eleanor Roosevelt, wife of President Teddy Roosevelt. She helped shape the modern feminist movement. She is by some considered to be the great lady of the feminist movement. She changed the way America viewed women, and she changed the way that women viewed themselves. And it's well accepted that Eleanor Roosevelt had lovers who were women. And of course, she was married to Teddy Roosevelt, who was a man. And if she was not living a lie, which everyone assumes that she wasn't, she is a bisexual. Again, just two names I'm throwing out there, but one who shaped the way Americans viewed a whole race of people, and another who shaped the way Americans viewed women, half the population. Let's now think about the greatest institution in America, like considered the most powerful institution in America, which is the presidency of the United States. If you were to ask, certainly President Obama, who was the greatest president of all time, and then you've asked many historians who the greatest president of all time, they would say it would be Abraham Lincoln. We don't know the details of Abraham Lincoln's life. Not really. We know one thing. We know he experienced depression. And we also do know that during his younger years, he shared the bed of a man for a long stretch of time. I think it's like 2-3 years. If I'm not mistaken, it was during a wartime sort of thing. And okay, he shared the bed. It was not completely uncommon for men to share the bed with other men back then. There was a shortage of beds back then. There was a shortage of body heat back then. And all these things helped. Not being sarcastic, there have been rumors about President Lincoln being bisexual. Not, of course, after being married, but during this time period, about what happened in the bed of Abraham Lincoln, the man who is considered by many to be the greatest president of the United States. Was President Lincoln bisexual? There's a real strong chance he was. And we might have the first female president of the United States, someone who would change the way the world thinks of women and Americans think of women. And you ask certain people, specifically, certainly Yoko Ono, whether or not she is bisexual. And certainly Yoko would say that she is, but of course Yoko's kind of crazy. We don't know. But then again, is she? So these are just some names that are bisexual and could be bisexual, and the power that these people have of changing the course of the world and the course of our societies is tremendous. And I'm not saying here that, hey, these people have been bisexual, so you should feel proud about being bisexual. That's not the argument I'm making. I'm saying that because these people are bisexual, because we are bisexual, we have a greater potential of greatness. And you might ask, why is that? Why do I think that? Being bisexual is unique. The thought of straight people is that bisexual are just gay people that haven't yet come out. And then, gay people think that bisexuals are just gay people that haven't come out. But we know that it's a completely different experience to be bi than it is to be either straight or gay. When you live in a society where you're not like everyone else, but you are given the choice to pretend to be everyone else in order to get by and to achieve, that creates a mental struggle in you that is unique to everyone and everything else. You know that. We think of the world differently. We view people differently. We have a lens that we see the world through that straight people cannot. And the gay people cannot, because we have an acceptance that they don't have, which means that all we have to do is give up who we are in order to have that, and we have it. And that causes things to go on in our head, which is unique to us. Everyone wants to have an easier life. I strive to have an easier life. Probably everyone in the world strives to have an easier life. But the greatness in us, greatness only comes from difficult lives. Every great person has come from a place of difficulty. There's no example anywhere where someone had a wonderful, great life and then they went out and changed the world. The experience of being bisexual is a difficulty that makes us look at the world in a different way and look at people in a different way and see the potential of everything differently. It changes the way we empathize with people. It changes the way we choose to act. In many times, people don't understand why we're acting the way we act. So because they can't identify with anything particular, they just think of us as being revolutionary and being different, and they go along with us, and we're able to lead them. And because we have a following, we're able to shape the world and turn the world in a different way. So because you are bisexual and have gone through the experience of being bisexual and all the troubles that come along with it, it has increased your potential for greatness. And it is not a coincidence that some of the greatest names in history, in all of history in mankind, has been bisexual. There you have it. That's not a superficial thing. That's a major thing. And that comes specifically from being bisexual. That's it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will be doing a few more of these videos, and I do not release my videos on a regular schedule. So if you want to see it when it comes out, you have to subscribe so it can tell you when the next video comes out. So please do. But until the next video, stay cooler, my bisexual friend. Stay cooler, and don't be afraid to be great. Bye.